You ready?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today, for the first time in a while, I think since Watch the World Burn, we are back with a reaction and analysis video for Zombified by Falling in Reverse. Absolutely incredible group that blends rock and metal and electronics. Absolutely cool. So fun to comment on, both as a music producer and opera singer. So much to talk about with this group. Really excited to get into it. So guys, this is a reaction and analysis, so I will be pausing primarily to talk about vocal technique in most videos, although with a group like this, I might end up also talking a lot about the music production side of things. Sound effects, sound design, samples, stuff like that. So if you'd like to watch the video all the way straight through, head down to the link in the description below, and then come on back if you want to learn kind of how this song pieces together musically and vocally. And without further ado, let's check it out. What you doing, Ronnie? What you doing, boy?
Zombified.
The monsters are living. Oh God, I love his voice. Love his voice. Before we get into that, I really like how they did the intro music to this music video. So he walks in, starts it, and it really sounds like it's coming out of the kind of megaphone speaker system they have on this building or whatever. I don't know if the song is that way on streaming services. I can't remember. I think I have heard it at some point on some, hard rock gym playlist. I'm sure I've probably stumbled across this song, but certainly never taken the time to analyze it. So I don't remember how it is on streaming services, but really cool that for the music video, they really created that soundscape as if this song they were just recording it, played off those speakers outside. And then when all the instruments and everything comes in, you get hit with that wall of sound. Then okay, we're back in the studio recording. But a cool way to show soundscape in this music video. So that really sounds like it's playing outside, you know.
Zombified.
And one more thing I'll say, so this is like classic Falling in Reverse as far as I know them, is you've got really heavy guitars, heavy drums, and then all these epic sound effects happening all over the whole stereoscopic image. That's kind of how the audio is laid out left to right. So you know how you can hear some sounds in your left ear, you can hear some sounds in your right ear, you can hear the voice is usually very forward. Stereoscopic image. Big word to mean how the sounds are organized, essentially, from left to right. Left to right, front to back. And so we get these epic sounds. So you get like these big choirs, heavy multi-tracked, like tons of voices in there. And you also get these synths that kind of sound vocal in a way. And so you have these main elements and then this atmosphere of like epicness. That's what I've heard in all the music I've heard from them so far.
Are living under your bed, cause they are the voices in your head.
Yep. Oh
yeah. Zombified by the lies they said, we become the walking dead.
His voice is just a very skilled singer and such a powerful voice, and the grit is just amazing. Da, 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 da. So that's up to F sharp 4 there, so this would be high F sharp for a bass voice or a baritone voice, and for tenor voice you probably wouldn't call it a high F sharp. Still relatively high even for a tenor voice. And Ronnie, as far as I know, seems like a low tenor, high baritone, who of course has really extended his range upwards to do the really high rock belt kind of mixed belt, gritty belt stuff. So right now just F sharp 4, but he's got this grit and intensity, right? When you hear grit in the sound, it means the vocal folds are not just oscillating cleanly how they normally do. It means there is some turbulence to them. There's some noise, so they're kind of smacking a little bit more than just smoothly oscillating, and that's how you get that grit, true fold grit in the sound, and Ronnie is a master of that.
The monsters are living under your bed, 'cause they are the voices in your head. The Walking Dead.
Something to point out, when Ronnie first comes in, it's very much, there are very few elements happening. It's mainly just voice. And then when he stops singing, all the other elements come in. The second time he does it, we do get a drum beat happening underneath his voice, mostly just hi-hat. But cool to hear that contrast, and cool that they're, not just changing things, throughout the entire section to section of the song, but even within the section, they're adding elements to keep it interesting.
Zombified by the lies they said, we become the Walking Dead. 'Cause everybody's like an edge. Oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside.
It's also just really good commentary, like social commentary on what's happening, which I obviously won't get into, but some really, really strong lyrics here. I generally don't comment too much on the lyrics. That's a whole other kind of section of analysis, right? They would add a lot of time to these videos, but very strong lyrics in this. Actually, I'll pull them up. I'll pull them up so we can all watch together. Spanish auto-generated. Excuse me. Hold on. Auto-translate to English. What is happening?
They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified.
What the f is going on, Mason? So I just tried to put on closed captions, and first it was Spanish auto-generated, which was obviously wrong, and then I selected to translate it to English, which was also horribly wrong. So we are not going to watch the lyrics while this song is happening. Anyway, back we go.
Everybody's like an edge. Oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you. And they won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're dead inside.
I love this in this chorus. They've got this like big full measure chord changes, big massive guitar strikes, drums hitting hard, Ronnie smashing the voice, big epic stuff happening, and then at the end of these sections you get a big drum fill going into the next section. Super dope. Super dope. Ready? Oh, cool. I love how they cut out for just a split second there. Really interesting to do that in a song. Just cut out most or all of the elements so you get some silence, you get a break, and then it is more impactful when everything comes back in. Brilliant arrangement technique. Right there. So this is very much like the introduction, right?
You better shut your mouth and bite your tongue, 'cause you don't wanna piss off anyone.
Yeah, so that really is just voice and a couple guitar strikes coming in, but very stripped down compared to, you know, when the wall of sound hits us.
You better shut your mouth and bite your tongue, 'cause you don't wanna piss off anyone.
Slides from a high A. I never even noticed that. Slides from an A, because it's way pulled back in the mix. Slides from a high A to a high B flat. Obviously, he's singing in pure rock epicness. I'm definitely not going to attempt that right now. Sick.
Traumatized by the damage done. Welcome to America. 'Cause everybody's talking that oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. They're canceling you, and they won't stop till everybody's.
So going back into that pre-chorus, you know, vocally, instrumentally, everything very similar to what we heard the first time. Equally as epic. Another thing about this group is they really do, you know, some of the most amazing music videos in addition to the music. I mean, this is a very high budget. This is like a legit Hollywood level, you know, horror scene basically, with all the music. Absolutely phenomenal. I just remembered I did do a video for their reimagining of the Papa Roach song. I'll leave that here for you guys to check out. So I've done 2 videos for them so far, and very thrilled to be doing a third. This is really fun. Right, and the Falling in Reverse, you got to have an absolutely pure mayhem section. I love how Ronnie, he builds up to it. He's like, oh, and like does that, you know, really heavy grit, invoking some of the false folds actually to get some of that an even thicker gritty sound, not just true fold grit, false fold grit as well, leading into that mayhem section. Dude, such a sick voice. I would love to chat with him for my podcast. That would be, can make that a really big goal for me for the next year or so, is try to get him on, because he's, you know, superstar. That'd be amazing.
Zombified.
So Falling in Reverse does this thing where their song is already intense and epic and hard rock and all that, and then that's dialed to like a 6, and then they just turn it to a 10, and every instrument, and Ronnie's literally laughing, grit laughing in the background. It just gets so crazy intense, and this is a staple of their group from everything I've heard, is just turning it up to 10 and going absolutely ballistic from every angle. And also from what I've seen, it is always reflected properly in the music video. Like, we've lost the chord progression. Like it was like, you know, very clear chords, like one chord per measure, and then it just is like, nope, F that, let's go crazy. I've got to go see them in concert sometime. Absolutely have got. I'm gonna look up right after this if they have a tour coming up. That'd be an incredible concert. I would love to hear this stuff live. What was I going to comment? Oh yeah, Ronnie does this great thing where he starts low in that in that grit and just ever so slightly rises it. This is called an uplifter. This is used in electronic music, especially where you have like just some instrument or synth that just rises very gradually, and it creates a physiological response in people. That's why people use it. That's why producers use it, because you can't even help but feel like it's getting more intense. If you just have a normal song and you're leading up to a chorus and you just have a synth going, it feels like something's about to happen. And he does that with his voice. He's like, da 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 da, and it's brilliant, and it perfectly highlights where this section is going. Right here.
Zombified.
I went back too far, but enjoy it. I'll flag it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And into a little down section where he takes the grit out of his voice. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. This is so sick. It's like such heavy guitars and drums. It's just a world of the metal of hard rock. It's fantastic. I love this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. Watching this video, you probably wouldn't think I'm an opera singer. Although opera's pretty fucking metal, man. Some opera is really, really badass. I'll get into that later. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You hear that? Just very simple riser. Sorry, you call it a riser, or an uplifter is usually actually a shorter version of a riser. A riser is usually a long and uplifter is usually shorter. You can kind of change them in and out depending on it, but perfect. So this down section, right? Everything's pulled away, but we have this riser happening, and so we feel it revving back up. Even if you don't notice it, you feel it subconsciously. And he does it with his voice as well. And then, of course, we go into this last chorus, which feels very much like a drop because of what's happened before it. Ready? What they've also done, you hear how it sounds like all the instruments are underwater? This is called a low-pass filter. So they put a frequency filter on the instruments that they want, drums and guitars and synths here. And they only let the low frequencies pass. And another technique you can use as a riser is you start the low pass filter and then you slowly allow more and more of the frequency spectrum to come in. That also serves as a riser because you're getting the same effect as you're hearing more and more high frequency come in. And they do it here. It's a great technique. It's also, using the low pass filter is a great way to kind of subdue a mix. And it's used perfectly here. We go this big down section, right? So many harmonics and distortion in your face. Everything pulls back, voice is lighter, low pass filter, so the instruments are really subdued. Brilliant. And then it gets back into it. So what they're doing is they have a white noise riser happening at the same time they have a low-pass filter that's allowing more and more of the frequency to come in. And those two together work for a perfect build into this final chorus.
Everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. They're dead inside. It goes on and on. Let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized. Won't stop till you're. They won't stop till I'm. They won't stop till we're zombified.
Got really screamy there in that last bit before the word zombified. Really like tons of air coming in, a lot of super high in his voice, right? Less chest connection. Like really high up there.
Won't stop till you're. They won't stop till I'm. They won't stop till we're zombified.
Oh shit. That's a big dude.
Zombified.
Well, you're not supposed to see that. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, I love this group. I have to talk to Ronnie for the podcast. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you gained appreciation. I hope I added value to your musical experience. If I did, please do consider joining my Patreon family. That's the best possible way to support me as a creator. Links in the description below. Otherwise, please like, leave a comment, hit the bell, subscribe. Please do all those things. It's extremely helpful for my channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you gained appreciation for Ronnie and Falling in Reverse. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.